How's the lighting?
Everything's good, bro. Everything's good. Glad we were able to get this thing going.
Right, right. So how's everything going?
Good. It was a slow day today. Um, I had a client at 8 and then a client at 4, so I had like a fat gap, bro. And I went to go charge, dude. Yesterday, I went to go charge my Tesla, and somebody had a like. So before they release cars, they wrap cars in like a crazy print. Did you know that?
Before they release them?
Yeah, so when they're like test driving cars and making like getting them ready to like be produced or whatever,
Hmm.
they put them in a crazy like black or white tint. I should we got to get better at like pulling shit up, but it's like a black and white camo like type of wrap. And so you can't tell what make, you can't tell what model, you don't know what type of car it is. And
Okay.
they were at the Tesla charging station and they plugged in and we're like trying to fucking get it to charge and like we're like looking at it like 10 minutes goes by and I like look back and there's smoke spewing out of their fucking charge port. Mind you, every charge station is full. So it's just a bunch of lithium batteries sitting here with this fucking steaming hot. Bro, I'm like, oh,
So
you
so it's so this I saw the Snapchat. So the smoke or your story, the smoke is coming out of the nozzle that they're putting it in, or the plug, I guess,
no,
where
it
they're
was
putting it in the
plugged
car.
in for so long and it was fucking in there for so long trying to get started. It just started spewing smoke like it's about to fucking start fire, electrical fire.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was crazy. So that was crazy. And that's the
So
other
is
thing.
everyone kind of crowding the car at that point?
Everybody was crowded in the car, bro. And then they were standing in the spot. Cause bro, I saw the smoke. I fucking hit the button, hopped out, unplugged my
Mm-hmm.
shit, and pulled out. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
hell no.
Not about
But
to deal with none of that.
yeah, but then they're all yapping in the spot that I was fucking just pulled out of, but I didn't get a full charge. So I had to back in. I rolled down my window. I'm like, hey, can you guys do this like somewhere else at some other time? Like, I need to go back to work. Like, I don't want to keep unplugging, plugging back in because you guys are fucking around. Like, this is dangerous. There's a bunch of cars with lithium batteries sitting here, and you're trying to start an electrical fire, explosion, nuclear
No, I mean, yeah,
explosion.
I would not be sticking around to figure out what's going on. I'd be like, hey, I'm good. Load it up,
Bro,
gone.
I turned and went out. I was gone. But that's the other thing, dude. Like, I didn't realize how often I would have to be at those Tesla chargers.
Really?
It's
So what do
pretty
you how many miles do you get for your for one charge?
may it says like if I'm charged to 100, like 230 is what it says. Is what it says.
230, bro? I
Is
get
what
almost
it
400 in the
says.
RAV, bro.
And it's like it's more like 150, 170.
Dang, I would have thought it'd be a lot more than that, bro. I get
Yeah.
more than double that.
It's crazy. But like if we had a home wall charger, it wouldn't matter. Like we'd be good to go. But we just have a socket charger. So we get like a
But even
mile,
for like
an hour and a
trips,
half for trips.
yeah.
Well, I mean,
Like so like go ahead.
For Cali, because like we'll take Sam's Y for Cali, and she gets like an extra like 100 miles or something. But
Yeah.
with Cali, we would stop regardless, and I mean, they have charging stations up and down the route from there. Not up and
Well,
down. I
I'm
think
I'm
there's like
sure
two.
between Phoenix and like San Diego, there's a ton of
Yeah,
them. So don't got to worry about
because
that.
we're
How's
doing
the
that in June. We're going to Disneyland. Don't tell the kids.
Ooh, that's fun.
So you can,
That's fun. How's the neck tattoo healing up?
good, good. Yeah, you know what's crazy, and I don't know if this is dependent uh on the heaviness of the tattoo artist's hand, but I didn't have very much peeling at all.
I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Nothing to do with it.
I mean, from my limited knowledge, I don't think it has anything to do with it.
Hmm.
I forget we're on a podcast. I was like, oh yeah, nope, nothing to do with it.
Nope. Yep. I'm right.
Because to me, it's always been like the easiest tattoo that I ever had to heal was my chest.
Okay.
Because I thought it was always covered, it was easy to wash, easy
Yeah.
to clean, and it was just by far the easiest to heal. The
For
worst was my hand.
for the
So that's why I was
yeah.
asking about the neck.
For the most part, all of my tattoos have peeled like crazy, but this one didn't. I think it had like a little scab, but it wasn't even really peeling.
I think as I got more tattoos, I got better at healing them.
Yeah,
And
putting on ointment and stuff and
well, because
keeping
when
it.
I first started getting tattoos, I think I put too much ointment on them.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
I was like worried about it too much. I'm like, oh, I gotta wash it
Yeah,
every 5 seconds and
yeah,
put ointment on it. And I
yeah,
was tripping. But now I'm like, okay, like when you need to wash it. Like obviously you got way more tattoos than I do. So I mean you got it down by this point.
yeah.
I don't know when I'm gonna get my next tattoo, bro. It's probably gonna be a while.
What's up, guys?
Oh, it's the babies. How we doing? Hello, Hazel. How's it going? I love you. Hello, River.
Hello.
How's it going? What are you doing?
I can hear him on there.
You can hear me? That's
Okay,
good.
play, okay.
I miss you guys. Love you. Bye.
Love you.
I hear you. I want to say bye to him.
Okay, tell him he can hear you.
Bye, Hazel.
Bye.
Bye. I love you.
Bye.
Can you shut my door, Papa?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, so cute. I need that to be a daily appearance on the podcast.
I can almost guarantee that it probably will be.
It's probably not going to be by choice, but
Yeah, it'll probably be a couple times a day.
no, I like it, dude. I like it. I like them popping in. I like that they want to say hi to me and that they recognize my voice and just want to pop in and say what's up.
Yeah. No, yeah. As soon as they see you, like, Uncle Marcus.
I love it. I love it. Maybe Hazel won't run right past me for Amanda this time.
She'll always be a girl's girl.
Dude, that was the cutest thing. I could never be mad at that. That is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, you know who else she's like that with is my mom's sister, Angela.
Oh, no way.
She's obsessed with her. Yeah, she loves her.
That's awesome. Cool. Do you want to get into some of these topics?
Yeah.
So we wanted to talk about some music that we used to like when we were in our, what would you say, like teenage years? Maybe like high school era.
Yeah, high school era, like junior high, high school era.
Yeah, we'll be a little loose with it. Maybe a couple years before, a couple years after. But we're both same graduating class of 2015, so that'll be about the time frame reference. So when we mention like middle school and high school dances, that's the type of music that we're probably going to be talking about today. But yeah, we'll eventually get into some music that we listen to now and maybe some artists that have stayed and artists that maybe we're not as proud to admit that we were bumping as much back in the day.
Yeah.
So I know you were saying that when you dove into music, it was later on with the Travis Scott stuff, like when you were like really doing research and getting into it. But when you were casually listening, and we both played sports, and I know that's going to be a big connection here.
Yeah.
When you're playing sports, when you're in football, when you're in baseball, what type of music were you guys listening to? What were you listening to back in the day? Like,
Dude,
what was your jam?
I remember freshman year. First off, we used to get blown out. Or no, not freshman year, not freshman year. Freshman year we were chill. Pause. Freshman year we were chill. We weren't that bad. But I do remember every day like listening to that Sorry for the Wait by Lil Wayne. And like that, and hearing him back, because like he took like not a hiatus, but like I think the last mixtape that he did over other artists' beats was that No Ceilings.
I would
Sorry
think
for the
so.
Wait. I think so. And so like we hadn't heard Wayne rapping over another artist's beats like since No Ceilings. And that was he got on that Adele track and went stupid. Like there's so many cuts from that mixtape that were
Ain't nobody fucking with me. First degree murder, you can get your degree, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Dude, no, that is insane. I remember that was a time where I was like, dude, there's nothing that Wayne can't rap over.
And you know what's even crazier is that was really what I listened to that mixtape, and that is what made me go back and listen to Carter 2, Carter 3, Carter.
That
4.
was July 2011. So
Yeah.
what did you listen to this mixtape on? Because obviously we didn't have streaming services, and even if we did, the mixtapes weren't on there. How did you access? I was gonna say
Dat Piff and Digital Dripped. Do you remember Digital Dripped?
I didn't get on Digital Drip.
No, it was Dat Piff, Digital Dripped, and something Gorilla.
Dude,
Or
you remember
Spinrilla. You never used Spinrilla, bro?
No, I have not. Have
Yeah.
you used Groove Shark?
Nuh-uh, I never heard of that one.
Groove Shark was like it was one of those websites where I would go try to get like I really liked 50 Cent in the Game back then.
Valid.
And I would go try to get 50 Cent in the Game and Soldier Boy would come up.
Valid. They went so crazy. Oh, that's right.
Like
That's
every time I
right.
tried to download a song, you
He didn't he recently go viral for that because it had came out or not came out, but like people were just like, hey, remember that time when you literally couldn't listen to anything and not
yeah.
hear Soldier Boy? Like that
It
was
was a crank that. It was a what were he had a bunch of songs back then that would happen with, and it was always Soldier Boy.
Kiss Me Through the Phone.
Dude, he was the first rapper to do everything.
Bro, and really like reaching out to everybody, like with that phone, putting that phone number in there and having a phone number people could call where it's like,
Do you remember calling that?
bro, of course, dog, of course, like that was crazy, and it was nuts because it was like connecting the artist to like fan. Okay, baby, I love you. It was like connecting the dots between like the artist and like the consumer. Like I thought and it was like the first time that someone had really done that.
Well, yeah, that was like J. Cole going to his fans' houses and playing them the album before the Dollar and the Dream tour. Like that was that shit. Like almost that was a while before that too.
That's nuts. That's
You
nuts.
never heard that?
No, I didn't hear about that.
I don't know if he did it like one by one or if he picked up a group of them, but he got some fans and before I think it might have been Born Sinner,
Born Center.
like 2013 era. I could be wrong. It might have been Forest Hills Drive, but he picked up some fans and got them together and basically played the
Oh,
album for him
okay.
before it came out.
In the whip, in the van, or whatever it
I
was.
think so.
I think I remember seeing
I
that
think
clip.
so.
I think I
Yeah,
remember seeing
super
that clip.
dope. Super dope.
Hey, what was your favorite crank that?
Ooh, I ain't gonna lie, dude. Like to dance to or to like,
Just in general.
dude, like because a lot of the crank that's weren't even by Soldier Boy. They were just
No,
random
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Um, dude, crank that Spider-Man was crazy.
Crank that Spider-Man was
Crank that
crazy.
Michael Jackson was nuts.
Oh, crank that Forrest Gump. Crank that Forrest Gump was crazy. Crank that SpongeBob.
Crank that SpongeBob was dude. I was at school kicking my feet and shit.
Crank that bad. Watch me crank that bad man. Watch me. That one was hard too.
Crank that Yank.
That
Watch me
Yang.
crank that Yank. Watch me crank
Yeah,
that Yank.
that was a dope one too. With the three dudes with the big white tees on.
Yes, dude. So
Yeah,
are we?
iconic.
We're still pre-high school right now if we're talking about that.
Yeah,
Um,
they're well above unk status by now. They were like our age when they did that. I feel like, or maybe
so you know what's funny was middle school was that was a little bit after YouTube launched. YouTube launched, I think, in 2006. So we're still in grade school.
there
But
was no YouTube
what do you mean?
when we were in grade school.
Not younger.
I'm trying to think
Like I
because
think
I remember.
YouTube launched in 2006, I think, or like maybe 2005.
Okay, no, okay,
And so I at least remember in fifth grade having access to YouTube. And when we were in computer lab class and everybody else was playing uh math games, cool math games and stuff like
yeah.
that, I was on YouTube watching the game music videos. I was watching
Your
NWA.
computer teacher walks by and it's just a stripper, just
Dude,
in one
but
of these rap videos.
shout out to Mr. Neighbors though, who was in middle school at Mount Eldon Middle School, and he'd be like, "Hey, I don't want to see none of that, but if you're gonna watch like rap videos, like just sit in the back row." I'm like, bet. And he was
Valid.
cool, dude. He was super cool. Like anytime we'd bring up music, he's like, "What do you guys know about that?" He was like the young hip teacher.
Hell yeah.
Super dope dude. But yeah, I was definitely the kid watching music videos with my hat crazy off my head in
Yeah.
elementary school, just trying to learn lyrics. And I would watch interviews too.
Hell yeah.
I watched a lot of interviews.
I didn't get into interviews till I got older.
I didn't know what the hell they were saying,
Yeah.
but I knew I liked hearing artists talk. But as far as stuff I was listening to, I mean, elementary school was a lot of just whatever was popping at the time.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why I keep wanting to say 50 Cent in the Game were like very, very prominent when I was really young. And in middle school is when I kind of started to, like you said, get into the DAT Piffs, get into different things and kind of dive into music on my own.
Yeah. I gotta show you this the first Young Thug song I ever heard.
Oh my God. I don't even remember the first Young Thug song I ever heard.
I'll never forget it. It was like one of the first times that not one of the first times that I smoked weed, but it was early on like in my weed smoking like career. And
Mhm.
so I remember being just
He
absolutely
said career.
absolutely plastered. And my boy's like, and we're listening to Gucci. It's off a Gucci album, which is like that's something we did, but we had never really, or I had never heard of Young Thug before. So this was my first intro to him. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
You hear him in the back?
So therefore she ain't coming back. Baby girl chasing her respect. Young thugger, your stack is my brother, right? For respect on mommy. I tell you,
Bro, 15-year-old
That's
me
freaking
was
funny.
like
Tripping.
listening to it in like the back of a 2002 Toyota with some blown speakers, bro, off of Bleezy, off of Swisher Sweet.
See, like, I guess I can't talk too much about what was going on in elementary school because I guess I'm still listening to my 3 Jay-Z albums and I still really like rock at that time.
Mhm.
Because like fucking Guitar Hero's out at that time.
I remember you were heavy into rock. A lot of the rock songs that I know are because of you, low-key.
Well, and
especially
my dad
Metallica.
liked that I was into rock, and dude, Metallica.
Especially
Amanda,
Metallica.
the first time I ever started going on like a Metallica playlist with Amanda, she was like, "How do you know all these songs and you know all the words?" I'm like, "Because that was my life in like 4th and 5th grade."
Yeah,
I listen to rap, but dude, Metallica, Guns N' Roses, and honestly, really, that's it. I was heavy on Metallica.
I got crazy into like screamo for a little.
That's
bit.
Crazy. I never could get into that.
And that I started like diving into. Like I started looking into the
the
drummers. Like the drummer from Slipknot, Joey Jordison, is a fucking animal, bro. He would get in this.
I remember you showing me videos when we were younger about drummers. You like drummers.
And like the lead singer for Slipknot is in like 3 different bands, and like the Slipknot band is like screamo, and then he's in another band called, I don't know if he still is, Stone Sour, that's what it's called. And it's like an alternative, like way slower pace, no like hardly any, I don't think there's any screaming. And it's like I thought that was dope because of the vocal range that this dude has. It's like 2 different personas.
Yeah.
But yeah, Slipknot, Korn, Disturbed. Who else was I listening to? Bullet for My Valentine. I fucking was obsessed with for a little bit. Yeah, I was listening to some yells.
I can't relate because even there were some songs where Metallica would do some stuff like that, and I'm like, "You're skip."
Yeah, I was listening to it like before like football games and stuff, but
and that's heavy on the rock before football games.
Yeah,
just to go out there and get decleated.
Just to go out there and get concussed.
For me, I'm just like, hey, I mean, at that age, I was like the teams I was on were pretty decent. But yeah, when I got a little older, it started to suck when we had to play talent that was outside of Flagstaff and like Prescott.
What's like your biggest hit like you've taken
ever?
Yeah,
ever?
Remember? Yeah.
Dude, I got decleated so many damn times, bro, because I was so fast, but I was 130 pounds. Like,
yeah.
So I would get hit. Here's how my hits would go. I would get hit. I'd get put on the ground, right?
Yeah.
And I'd hear the whole crowd go, ooh. And I'm like, oh, that wasn't that bad. Like, I'd get up and walk it off. And we'd go watch it the next day and film. And I'm like, oh, I got fucked up. Dude, like even like my highlights like that are still available online.
Oh, we got to go through highlights these days.
Even my highlights,
through their highlights.
I'm like, I'm dipping, I'm moving, I'll catch a ball, get an interception, and then it's like, boom, get blown the hell up, smacked. But no, dude, heavy on the rock before football games. It wasn't until I started getting into rap on my own. And honestly, when I got into rap, it was the stuff that was popular at the time. But I went back. I went to the 90s immediately.
Yeah.
I skipped the 80s. I didn't do anything with the 80s until like middle school, high school.
Yeah.
But like when I was younger, I went straight to Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
When Snoop Dogg was on Nothing But a G Thing, and he said, the capital S is fresh and yes, and double OP, DOGGY, DOGG. You see? I thought that was like the craziest thing a rapper had ever spit. Ever.
Break it down for me.
What do you mean?
Because he's just spelling Snoop.
He's just spelling his name.
Yeah,
SNOOP. That's me. I can only do it in the rap.
What does he say? Yeah,
it's a capital S, so fresh and yes, NOOP. That's me. DOGGY DOGGUC.
See, my
Snoop Doggy Dog.
Then you know the way how I do it is capital S B super double G double G.
See, that's where we were different kids. I wanted to know what the hell he was saying. So I looked it up, wrote it down, and rapped it over and over until I got it right.
That's insane work.
It's a capital S. It's a capital S so fresh and yes and double OP DOGGY. You see, and like when I could do that, I was him, bro. I walked onto. I remember specifically getting on the bus and being like, I could do Snoop Dogg's verse on Nothing But a G Thing, and
I'm
like it was such a flex,
dead.
bro. And you know what it was later? Was Forever. Drake, Kanye, Lil Wayne, and Eminem. I
Iconic song.
specifically remember getting on the bus and being like that song would come on the bus, and I'm like, I know all the words to this song.
They played music on the bus?
We used to have the radio being played on the bus.
Oh, bro, I've never been in a school bus and
What?
been hearing music. No, never. Well, because I never rode the bus. So, like, the only
Well,
time I was in a bus is like field trips.
oh no, I used to ride the bus to school,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and they would play like 98.3 sometimes if I yelled at the bus driver to do it.
that's fire. That's fire. But
They
I feel
mostly
like,
played
yeah,
like the pop station, but every once in a while, if I'm like, hey, put on 98.3, and they didn't catch like the crazy sexual songs, like they'd let it play for a while.
yeah. I
But
feel
yeah,
like
dude.
in Flag, like it'd be easy. There's what is there? 2 high schools?
I mean, there's smaller schools, but yeah, there's 2 main high schools, Flag High and Coconino.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that. I wouldn't mind riding the bus because there's not. What was it? 10-minute ride?
It literally was not long at all.
Yeah, that's not bad.
No, it was a quick bus ride. It was from my grandparents' house in Smoke Rise to Coconino.
Okay, I remember that.
Well, or even like in middle school, I remember I would get dropped off in the morning, but I would take the bus home.
Bro, we used to be kids in that house. Remember when Chris Brown
Yeah.
dropped that Transformia?
I can transform you.
We
I can
listened to
transform
that
you.
like over and over again.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and like I don't, and just like how I was talking to you earlier about reciting verses and wanting to learn all the words to the Kendrick and Drake beef, like I'm starting to try to do that now with like the Joey Badass and Ray Vaughn one, but I'm like, bro, Daylight was going crazy on some of them songs. I know I'm not going to be able to do those, but being able to
he was
recite
rapping
verses,
he was rapping crazy on some of those songs for sure.
dude, like insane. And I know and like when I say like I could rap Euphoria, like obviously Kendrick was punching in and out on that one,
Yeah.
but I'm like, I want to do it one take. Cause like, again, like that Eminem verse on Forever, I used to be in the back of the bus, like, there you go. Smashing stadiums as shady spits his flow. Nuts they go. Macadamia, they go so ballistic. Whoa, he can make them look like bozos. He's wondering if you should spit this slow. Fuck no. Go for broke. His cup just runneth over. Oh no. Like I was like, what is cup runneth over? I looked that shit up.
Yeah.
I want to
Eminem,
know all the words and like spit it like word for word.
Eminem out see, and that's where like Eminem has like that's where he had me. And where he
Yes.
lost me is when he started doing that same rhyme scheme, that same flow, but just saying whatever the fuck.
Nothing.
Just saying nothing. Because at that point, like, what are we doing here? And if
everything that he said on that Forever verse is straight flames.
It's bars.
The entire verse.
Yeah. So it's like,
and like another one was Drop the World.
Yeah.
Dude,
man.
That song on YouTube is probably like half me, like in the views. Like,
yeah,
I played that till my ears bled.
That's a really good one. Another good one. I think what album was that? That was a Recovery.
That one was
I'm Not Afraid, bro. That was like God's plan before God's plan. Like Not Afraid was like, damn, Eminem's back. This dude is dropping some crazy.
You know what's funny is people hate on that album. That's one of my favorite
Recovery
albums. Yes,
I love.
Okay, so we're on the
Recovery,
same
bro.
page there.
Oh, Recovery.
People literally
bro.
shit on that album.
You know how people used to put like the signatures like in like of a text message, like the before iMessage, like
what was your signature?
Going through changes.
Oh no, you were not going through changes.
Not going through. I was going. No,
I mean, you're going through changes, but
yeah, I was gonna say, all right,
yeah, dude. Dude, that I really like that album. I think that was one of his most vulnerable albums.
Yeah.
I think he was rapping his ass off on some of them tracks. Like, 25 to Life, like that song blew my mind when I first heard it.
And you felt something that whole entire album. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yes. I don't know why people shit on that.
I think that album came out our 8th grade year going into freshman year.
Had to have been, yeah, because Love the Way You Lie was going absolutely nuts.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely
that album was
nuts.
Crazy, bro. That album had so many
No,
good
hold
cuts.
up. Hold up. Let me get a track list right here for all the and we obviously started this conversation with like, hey, we're not the biggest, kind of Eminem kind of fell off for us, but This album though,
And bro, and that's how I am. Like there won't be like an artist to where like they'll have one album where I was like, damn, I love this album, but I don't like any other music that they put out. And it's
hey,
so
do you
annoying.
remember WTP on this album?
WTP.
It's like White Trash Party or something like that.
I don't think I liked that one.
Dude, that was a horrible song.
Yeah, I don't think
But
I liked
listen to this though, outside of that. Cold Wind Blows,
Fire. That
crazy.
was a fire one.
Talking to Myself,
Fire.
crazy.
That was also one of my signatures, talking to myself.
Of course it was. On Fire,
On
I don't remember that one.
I don't think I liked that one either.
Won't Back Down.
I don't
Was
think
that
I
the
liked
Pink
one either.
feature?
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
No, I like that one. That was the bars, the raps on that were good. WTP didn't like it. Going Through Changes.
Yeah, that was fire.
Yep. Not Afraid. I don't care what people say. It's a fire song.
It's a great song.
Seduction. I don't think I like that one. That
I
was a
didn't
weird
like
one.
that one either. Yeah.
No Love, of course.
Yeah.
Spacebound, of course. Cinderella Man, of course.
Yeah. Oh,
25 to Life.
Cinderella Man.
Bro, look at that
That's a
run.
That's a run. That's a run. That's a crazy run.
No Love, Spacebound, Cinderella Man, 25 to Life.
Is that how he ends it?
No.
Oh.
So Bad right after that.
Oh, okay. I don't think I liked that one either.
I'm so good that I'm so bad.
Yeah.
I guarantee I'll be the greatest thing you ever had. I
No, I
hated
didn't
that
like that
song,
one. I
but
didn't like
it,
that
it played all the time though. Almost Famous, Love the Way You Lie, You're Never Over, and then an untitled track.
Almost Famous was another rock song. Love the
Yeah.
Way You Lie was really good. And then what was that last one?
It was just an untitled track. I don't know that one.
Untitled.
It just says untitled.
Huh.
Yeah, I had this album physically. Yep, June 2010. That was definitely middle school. Dude, yeah, that was I'm glad we got on that because that was definitely one of the albums that I played like crazy.
Yeah.
I ran that up so much. Cinderella Man made me feel like I could run through a wall.
Cinderella Man was a good bro, and the bass knocking in that song is insane.
What do you say? Who could catch lightning in a bottle, catch fire, or whatever the hell he said? It was like I was like having the imagery in my head of like, oh my god, he's saying some shit on here, bro.
See, and all that I remember is the hook, Cinderella Man, and the
No, hold
sound
up.
of that
I gotta pull the lyrics
bass,
up.
the sound of that bass coming through.
Who can catch lightning in a bottle, set fire to water, coming out the nozzle on the fire hose, flyer than swatters?
Yeah,
That's insane.
yeah, yeah. He's like that.
He was.
He was like that. What did you listen to his last album?
Was there one after the murder kill one? Music to be Murdered By? Was there one after that?
I think
Because I did listen to Music to Be Murdered By, but if there was something after that, I definitely didn't listen to it.
I think it was Music to Be Murdered By.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, I think I played like 10 seconds of the first track and was like, okay, yeah, he's still doing this.
All right, I see what we're doing here.
I was like, all right, just had to check. Just had to check. But yeah, Eminem for sure. Who else? I was gonna say somebody else.
There was a song I loved at that time. It was we still in this bitch. We still in this. We still in this bitch. So turn that shit around and buy another round.
I remember that, but who was
they tried to shut us down about
Troy
an hour ago, but we still in this bitch. That's
that
B.O.B.
Bro, you loved Bob for a minute. You had a crazy B.O.B. kick for a minute.
B.O.B. had one of the best responses to Kendrick Lamar's verse on Control.
We're gonna have to listen to it. I think he did a song with Bruno Mars that was fire, and then like I'm not putting on no Bob.
Nah, bro, Bob was that dude. Okay, I guess this was one where he had Nothing on You.
Nothing on
Magic.
Me.
I like Magic.
Oh,
even though he
Magic
wasn't really rapping
was
on that
a
song.
classic. Magic.
Oh, he kind of was rapping on that a little bit.
That was a classic song, bro.
Still in This Bitch, Airplanes.
Do
Airplanes
you
Part
believe that
2.
Airplanes in the night sky
Can we
like
shout him out for saying that he gave us a remix to that song and then he gave us 2 new verses. Like he didn't just throw his same verses on the remix. He gave us 2 new verses on the
They don't
remix.
do remixes anymore. That's annoying.
No. And I also miss when remixes had different beats.
And I like when it was like always a surprise artist. Like, oh, what the fuck you got? What's his name on it? Like, dope.
Yeah. Dude, like one that kind of sounds like it would be like a remix type thing is like, and what you said, like surprise type artist was, have you ever heard John Legend and Jid, their song?
Mm-mm. No,
It's called Dope. Super, super good song.
no, but I did just see the craziest clip of John Legend and his wife at some award ceremony, and they're like, "Where's the craziest place you've done it at?" And she said, "Oh, do you remember that Obama thing?" Which is fucking crazy. And then it cut to a bunch of clips of Obama and Diddy hanging out, like in them, and Obama giving Diddy praises and shit. And I was like, dude, does this rabbit hole go very deep? Like, what's happening right now?
That's insane.
Because
Do
the
you
Obama, do you remember? Do you remember the Obama thing? Sweetheart,
That's a crazy name to drop.
shut your mouth. Like,
That is
what?
a crazy name to drop.
The Obama thing is insane.
Do you remember the song Bet I by B.O.B.?
No.
I bet I bust. I bet I bust. It's a crazy song, but I love that. Play it real quick.
I bet I bust.
It's just, let's see if this aged horribly or not. I haven't heard this song in years. I thought these raps were crazy. Let's see how they age. Oh, this is taking me to a crazy place.
He's not really saying it.
No. Neither was Travis Scott either. At least he's rapping. But no, the answer is
you'd
this,
rather
this
clear
did not
rap.
age well.
You'd rather clear rap that just sounds like you can hear it, but they're not saying anything, rather than like a more melodic tune that kind of deals with more with the beat.
Well, I'm gonna say that this beat nor did these raps age well at all.
Yeah, no, it sounds like it's time.
What do you mean?
Like it sounds like it came from its time. Like
Oh, for sure. I mean, at that time, I mean, like I said, I didn't like that song because he was saying anything. I liked the song because he was really, I'm in outer space. Really, I ain't got no home. Really, I'm a saint. Really, I'm a soldier. Like, I like to rap it. Like, I don't know what I would do with the Travis Scott song at that age. Because if I want singing, I go to singers.
let me see.
So, like, I know we mentioned T-Pain. T-Pain had me in a chokehold at that age.
T-Pain, bro, you know what's nuts? So in Lemoore, California, shout out to Anderson if you see this. He was an AZ3 at the time. I think he might be second class now, but this I think he was from Kansas, like a real small town in Kansas. And we went out to a bar to go get some like a drink and some wings or whatever. And we're sitting there and a T-Pain song comes on. It was like buy you a drink or something, and everyone's in there like singing and shit. And I'm like looking at him, and he's just kind of like standing there. I'm like, bro, have you heard like a T-Pain song before? And he's like, I don't even know who that is. And I was like,
Ooh.
brother, you know who T-Pain is? He was like, no. And I was like, you've heard a song before. And so I'm going through like his top songs, and he's never heard any of them. And I'm
Wow.
like, you've show him a picture. Like, you've never seen this dude, T-Pain? He's like, no. And I'm like,
remember the canon moment where I put on T-Pain's greatest hits and I'm in love with a stripper come on? Dude, we put that in. It was like, got the body of a god. And we were blasting in the caddy, just like full
the
blast.
The caddy was so clean, dog. The caddy was ahead of its time, dog. The caddy was so clean, bro. That caddy,
it wasn't, I mean, it was old school. I looked like an old man in that thing.
Nah, dog. That shit was tough.
No, it was super tough. I loved it. It looked OG as hell.
Yeah. I got, bro. And it was like, you know how them Cadillacs are, bro. There was like an extra fucking dope shit in there that can do
bro.
Stuff like.
It was so stupid. And I had a 6-disc CD changer in that bitch.
That was nuts. Now
we're playing T-Pain's greatest hits.
Bro, I remember my first car was that 86 Cutlass that it was my dad.
Oh, that was clean too.
Clean, bro. But that bro, dog, in the summertime, there's no heat, there's no AC. Summer times were hot as
horrible.
Fuck. Winter times were freezing. I used to take the kids to school, which also was like probably not safe. But I used to have to keep blankets back there because it would be so cold, and like the sealant of the window to the door was like gone. There was like none, so it's just cold air rushing in through the fucking dog. And the other thing was like it didn't need a key to start. You could just turn it over. And so every time I got out of it, I had to fucking unhook the battery and just hope that no one went and hooked the battery up and drove off with the car.
That's a crazy thing to have to do.
Crazy. And so I was like, yo, I need something else. This is crazy. And then he got me.
You get me a Corolla. Like
he got me a Honda, and then I crashed it.
Yeah, beautiful.
So Drake posted an hour ago, just like regular Drake post, and a picture of him and then a bunch of jewelry, right? but the caption says Iceman, and Iceman is supposedly the
Name of his new album.
Yeah, the album that's supposed to come out.
Okay. Okay.
So, and apparently he's supposed to be rapping on it. It's supposed to be rap based. Apparently. Do we ever get that? No. But
we got a little scary hours. Where are we on his story?
no, this is a post. This is a post. The jewelry's dope though.
Yep,
a
nice,
couple of
man.
the necklaces like are from the songs. Like there's a Superman one and an Nokia one. Looks like a fucking. I mean,
Oh, that chain's going crazy.
yeah, those diamonds are dancing for sure.
Went to Jalen Hurts jeweler.
Oh no.
I hate the bust downs though.
I like the bust down necklaces.
Nothing,
like just the one.
nothing worse than a fucking diamond out watch.
I don't like the watches. I don't
No,
like the
no way,
watches,
bro.
but I think the
I'm just a purist.
the
Gotta have
bust
a standard.
down the bust down Cubans are cold.
See,
like
I would just, I could never. I would just do solid gold.
Not the big ones, but like the not hella thin, but like medium sized ones.
Like a tennis chain.
Yeah,
I'd rock a tennis chain.
Tennis
But I
chains
wouldn't put.
tennis chains are also dope.
I would rock a tennis chain. I wouldn't rock a Miami or a diamond Miami Cuban. It would have to be a plain Cuban.
Plain Jane. Plain Jane's a watch, huh?
Plain Jane would be watch. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how rappers refer to just a regular watch, like the good watches.
The non
The watches actually go down in value when you ice them out.
That's what I heard.
Yep,
I heard
not
that.
good. Diamonds are worthless, and you're putting holes in an expensive ass watch that was worth a lot when you bought it.
I guess
You're
that's
just
true.
drilling holes into it. It's the same thing with the Cubans, though.
Right. I guess, yeah.
Gold's worth more than diamonds.
And so with drilling it, you're losing gold and putting diamonds. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So you're not getting any more you're getting less for the gold, and the
Just
diamonds
to
don't
get-
add any inherent value. It adds a flex for sure.
Adds a bling as
Adds a
fuck.
bling. But I mean, look at this necklace. This
That's
is bling.
about it.
Yeah.
My necklaces don't
We
bling.
dancing.
My necklaces have a slight shine.
Shout out to Jacoji, by the way. But anyway, do you want to keep rolling with some music we used to listen to? Or
Yeah, I think we're in high school now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I immediately associate high school with the summer going into when I was in football and we were in the locker rooms.
Yeah.
Bro, Tech 9 until my ears bled.
Yeah. My ears
Until my ears bled.
I remember my ears used to bleed.
Did you like it?
Fuck no, dude. I used to hate that Tech 9 stuff. Bro. I used to be like, bro, I don't know what my brother was listening to. I remember when you used to listen, bro. And you know what's crazy is there's a dude that goes in my gym. He signed to Tech 9's label.
Don't tell me.
I don't know the name of it.
Okay, I'm not gonna guess then.
Okay.
But no, that whole era of Tech 9 was insane. Like, I'm a Beast got so much play out of me.
Who was the other dude? Hobson. Didn't you listen to
Hobson got
Hobson?
so much play for me, and his name is Marcus. So
Yeah, that
it was up when I heard Illmind.
That was another one where I was like, I can't do it.
But also, Hobson wasn't like, I like to watch Hobson videos. I really liked his music videos. I liked that he was kind of creepy. And that was kind of the reason why I liked Tyler, the Creator at the time too, which was just some creepy stuff.
See, I didn't. Tyler,
it was cinematic to me. I liked it.
I couldn't get down with Tyler either, especially when he first came out, bro. Like some of the stuff that I was like, man, my ears can't listen to this shit. This is bad for my mind.
But didn't you introduce me to Tyler on Loiter Squad?
Yeah, because that shit's hilarious.
That's funny as hell. And
That
then,
shit
so
is
I got into, like, I didn't realize that people didn't realize that a lot of his music was a troll.
But it's like, it's at the same time though, like it's still like something I gotta hear. And it's like
I said, it wasn't like my number one most played artist. Like, who I thought was the greatest artist of all time at that time was probably Tyga.
In high school?
Oh, Tyga, I literally had a debate in my head of like if like Tyga was better than Drake.
In high school is crazy because that's like nothing. Take Care, Nothing Was the Same.
Before that.
Oh, before that?
Before nothing, way before Nothing Was the Same, and probably like around Take Care time, because you also got to remember Drake really wasn't I mean, how many times is he rapping on Take Care? Handful of times.
Yeah, no, it definitely he was not
He was
during Take
obviously the better
Care,
artist,
but
but I
during
was putting their verses next to each other.
yeah, during Take Care, he was not considered uh like top 3 rapper. Like that's
Headlines still one of the best Drake songs of all time. I don't know if I can name 5 Drake songs better than Headlines.
man, that something about that something about hearing that just gets you going.
It was also when I thought he found his own personal style where he came into the game on some rapidy rap stuff and he kind of got into the more poppy stuff. He was trying to make hits. He was trying to make more melodic songs. And I feel like Take Care and specifically Headlines is like where he found that pocket of like, oh, I can rap and sing and make it my own thing and have it be cool and not be like, oh, I have to rap on the verse and then sing on the hook. Like, no, I can do both at the same time and kind of make it cool. But no, Take Care got a billion plays out of me for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like as when high school started, it was like
Young Money.
It was Young Money, bro.
Young
Like
Money.
it was YOLO. Like that's all I listened to was Drake.
But
like,
you know what's hilarious is right before, so at the same time that Thank Me Later and we were doing all that,
yeah,
it was right after that I found Slaughterhouse.
yeah. I remember when you found them as well, because I remember being like, damn, this is another artist that I just simply cannot.
Well, but I didn't know who the people on Slaughterhouse were.
Mm.
So like when I heard the name Joe Budden, like a couple years later, I was like, "Who's Joe Budden?"
Gotcha,
And it was like,
gotcha.
"Oh, he's Slaughterhouse." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I remember
Yeah.
the first time I saw Joel Ortiz on a cipher, and I was like, that to me, I was like, "Oh my god, this is rap." Like
Yeah.
that's what I loved in high school. I was like, "Holy shit, these guys are rapping." But it's so funny because I was impressed by like backpack raps and ciphers, and I was on YouTube watching battle raps.
Yeah.
But what I listened to was like Tyga, Lil Wayne, Nicki, Drake, Kevin Gates,
Kevin
Tech Nine.
Gates.
Dude, Kevin Gates and Drake took up like 80% of my iPod.
Kevin Gates. I was listening to Kevin Gates on like that Piff on his mixtape.
On my window.
Luca Brasi too, I think is like one of the mixtapes that I think I was listening
That
to.
was later on in high school, but yeah, that Satellites got a billion plays out of me.
Dude, I'm telling you, I was running Drake albums year long. Didn't matter if he hadn't. I think bro, that was around the time where he was dropping damn near every year. I mean, he's still been doing that kind of.
Not an album. That was when he dropped less.
Because Take Care,
So
Nothing
Take Care
was the
was
same, and If You're Reading It's Too Late, all dropped while we were in high school.
yeah.
We were in high school for 4 years.
Yeah.
That's 3 albums.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
one more than Kendrick dropped, and that's one more than
next-
J. Cole dropped.
the next one.
No,
after
I mean,
that
no,
was-
J. Cole dropped 3 albums while we were in high school.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't saying it like it was a flex, but like I literally could listen to all of Drake year long and be fine because that's just on the same album all year. Until I got into my
I was
junior
heavy
year.
on J. Cole mixtapes at that time too.
I didn't get into that.
Have you heard J. Cole mixtapes like to this day?
No, I've only got
That'll be a good one for later.
to Born Sinner. Yeah.
You don't have anything before Born Sinner?
No.
Oh, that'll be a good episode.
Damn, yeah, that would be fun. But junior years when I tapped into that Atlanta sound, and that's when I was listening to Migos on.
What was the first Migos song?
The first it was something off YRN. It was when YRN first came out.
Hit him with the left, hit him with the right.
Fight Night? Nah, before that.
That was the first Migos song I heard.
It was like I think it might have been Adios. Adios. It might have been that one. But I remember like listening to Migos, and then I was like, damn, Migos is fire. And then I was listening to Drake, and then I was like, damn, it's Drake's fire. And it was like 3 weeks of that. 3 weeks of me being introduced to Migos and still spinning the last Drake album. And then fucking he comes out with that Versace remix. And I'm like,
see, I also
2 of my favorite worlds are combining.
See,
and that Versace remix, bro, the verse on that is crazy.
Yeah.
The verse on that's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
not
how
crazy,
does it start?
but
how does it start? I probably know it.
Versace. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
no shit.
Medusa head on me like I'm Illuminati.
Yeah, that's the
This
hook.
is a gated community. Please get the fuck out of property. Yeah.
There
That
you
one
go.
out
There you
there
go.
is.
That was definitely that was a good verse. See, but
Yeah.
at that time, Backseat Freestyle was out.
Hey, but he had a
Now I
crazy
was
line.
heavy on
He had
Kendrick
a
at the
crazy
beginning.
line in that verse. He said, "I'm trying to give Holly Berry a baby, and no one can
No one
stop
can
me."
stop
He
me.
said that. He
He
said
did
that.
say that.
I forgot
Wow,
about
I
that.
forgot about that.
The signs were always there. No, I'm just kidding.
That was when he was into the older ones, though. He should have stuck with that.
Yeah.
But no, and it's hard because I did like Drake, but I like Drake as an artist, and I probably played more Drake songs because he had a ton of features. Like
Yeah.
that was when he was like
He
on
was everywhere.
DJ Khaled, on Future. He was on
Yeah.
everything, and he was killing it.
Yeah.
Like but at the same time, like Good Kid, Mad City was out, and that was my shit.
I
And
was really
like,
listening to Good Kid,
so
Mad
like
City.
the songs I like today on Good Kid, Mad City are completely different from the ones that I liked in high school. So like in high school, Backseat Freestyle got 90% of my play on Good Kid,
Yeah.
Mad City.
Yeah.
All my life, I want money and power,
power,
respect. No,
Yeah.
that was another one where I was like, I need to learn the lyrics to this.
Yeah, that one was tough.
Do you remember when I was obsessed with learning Look Out for Detox?
Yeah, and that was also like another
Insane
where I
song.
was like, this is some crazy rapping.
I thought you were going to say you were like, that was another song where I'm like, I don't like this.
No, I remember you being like, bro, there's this dude, Kendrick Lamar. He did this freestyle with Dr. Dre. And I remember listening, being like, what the fuck? And I think like
dude, you know what's crazy is I think there's a Drake sub on there.
no, yeah. I think we talked about that, didn't we?
He said, I'll get at you in Compton or Canada. I don't care where you from. Just blink twice. I'm there where you are. Like a shadow in the dark. You were paddled on a boat in an ocean full of sharks about to come up short.
Yeah. And then I
No,
think
he went
like the
crazy.
next time I visited you, you had like a note paper stuck to your wall with all of the words for "Look Out to Detox" written out.
Because I was trying to learn it.
If I'm not
Dude,
mistaken.
I'm a psychopath.
Does that sound like
no? Yeah, that no, I literally forgot about that. I used to carry around that. It was 2 pages because that was how long the verse was.
Yeah, we need to keep an eye on you.
I literally went into Microsoft Word and printed out lyrics from A to Z lyrics.com of Look Out for Detox. And I would learn it word for word until I got it down. Yeah. And then I would go, this is a common theme that we're going to keep seeing reoccur, is that I would learn all of the lyrics. And then I went to everybody with ears and say, hey, I could rap the entire Look Out for Detox right now. No track in the back. I'll just do it right now. Give me the beat.
Nobody asked for this. What's that dude?
No, nobody asked for it.
What's that vine where it's like, I'll rub your feet or what is it? It was like, I think it's like someone's like, I don't know. If I can't find the video, I'm gonna sound stupid, so I'm just gonna shut up.
When's the last time you heard the shit remix? Because that was the first time where I thought Drake and Kendrick were gonna go at it.
Fuck, I'm trying to remember how that verse starts.
Was out of hood like a from there, so you know it's all good when I'm coming there.
Yeah, the shit remix was crazy.
Then I brought my toy to your city. You my son there.
The Tony Montana feature was crazy. It was around the same time.
Oh yeah.
Have you? Because you don't listen to French Montana, rightfully so.
No,
rightfully so.
No, absolutely not.
But did you hear his verse on that French song? No stylist. Did I hear
Drake's verse on that?
No stylist.
That sounds very familiar. I'm sure if you give me a bar from it. That's one of those where I probably know the bars because he probably said something stupid on there, or he was dissing, or he did something.
No, this was Drake in his bag.
No, because he dissed someone on that song.
On No Stylist?
Is that where he said pump, pump, pump it up?
No.
Oh, that was No Shopping, right?
No Shopping.
Yeah. Or is that the same song?
No, that's a different song. Got a game in the squeeze. That's what it is. Yeah, he was okay. Yeah, bro. I remember when this verse came out, I was like, okay, he's really talking his shit.
Oh, that was Don't Wear No 350s or me.
Yeah.
I told you he was dissing somebody.
Don't know what in a bag. Don't need Gucci on my back. TV Gucci got my.
So actually, that's right.
I think there's a little misconception going on about I need them to be saying something.
Name a song you like that they're not saying shit on.
I could probably find one from this year. I might swerve in that corner. Whoa, whoa.
That's a really
Bitch,
good
hold
one.
on tight because I can tweak.
That's
Dude,
that
Jello
one-
ran
there's
out of
some-
bars. Jello ran out of bars before he finished his first song.
Yeah, he put crack in that song. I don't know how he did it. Some of his flow, but he put some crack in that song. That's
I like Raining in Houston and Nokia by Drake from this year.
Yeah, but
I like
okay.
Can
Raining
You
in Houston,
Please,
he's definitely
Gorilla?
saying something on. So that's
Whatever.
what do you mean, whatever, bro?
What's
What?
the definition of saying something?
What do you mean? The lyrics
Okay,
mean
we're
something.
talking about raps. Talking about raps.
Then don't talk about Raining in Houston.
I liked everything. I like everything Lil Russell this year. I'm from the 94589.
Yeah.
It was in due time. Dude,
Yeah.
Lil Russell also crack in it.
Lil Russell makes some bangers. He's
Dude,
got
I don't
that
know what it is, bro. I can't stop listening to him.
tweedly deedly dee. This bad boy is he is my shit. That's my shit. It's crack in that production for real. That's some like Cali, like I'm throwing that on in the whip every time I'm in the whip.
I like fun music, bro.
It is fun.
Like I love Glorilla.
Glorilla is hilarious.
And she be rapping. So I don't care what he's
Mm,
saying, she be
I'm
rapping.
thinking of Glorilla, or I'm thinking who's the other girl rapper?
Sexy, not Sexy Red.
No, not Sexy Red.
She be saying nothing.
It's Glorilla, and there's another one. She was signed to CMG.
I don't know who a lot of people are signed to.
Oh, it might be Glorilla that is signed to UMG, not UMG.
She's I'm FREE fuck free. That mean I ain't gotta worry about no fuck. You cheat.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
SINGLE again. I be hanging out the window with my ratchet ass friends. Let's go.
what's his name? Moneybag Yo. She signed to Moneybag Yo's label as well. He's got some good songs.
Dude, did you listen to Glorilla's album last year?
Yeah.
Did you like the Mooney Long song?
I don't know if I remember that one, but
That was a good one.
I love Booty Long though. I think
was a good one.
Glorilla is who I'm talking about. She is signed.
I like Big X the Plug.
Big X Plug is he's on right now. Yeah, Glorilla is signed to CMG. Yeah, she's dope. There's another girl artist that Lotto.
I don't like Lotto.
I really like Lotto's shit.
I don't like Lotto.
She reminds me of she has like a Drake vibe to her.
I think she was a better rapper when she was like 14 than she is now.
That's crazy.
Did you know her back then?
I've seen clips
like when she was on that show.
I've seen clips of her being.
She was on that show when she was like 12 or something like that.
Yeah, it was
she
like
was
an
rapping back
Atlanta
then.
show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know. Maybe I haven't really given it probably a fair shot, but I mean, anything I've heard, I haven't really. Nothing made me want to go give it any more than what I've given it.
That Mooney Long album really needs to be spun in that house. I think you guys will really like it.
No, I've played that. Here, let me pull up which ones I like because I know I've played that song. I played that album. Let me see.
I thought Revenge was so good.
Now I just got Lil Russell stuck in my head. I'm from the 94589.
Mooney Long.
They know my name. They play my slaps.
There's another girl that I was listening to heavy too with the R&B slaps.
I didn't add anything. Oh, maybe I didn't listen to this album.
Revenge.
Oh no, I listened to Public Displays of Affection, the one before that.
Ah, bro, Revenge is
so I haven't played Revenge.
It's
okay.
So good,
I'm not hip.
It's so good.
You want to play me something real quick?
Let me see which.
You don't got to play a full anything. I'm gonna make you listen to Adele after this, though.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, if we're gonna get into this bag, I mean, we got to do it. No, I listened to
Made for Me.
Absolutely. Dude, did you hear the Mariah Carey remix? On Made for Me?
Yeah.
Slaps.
Yeah, I did.
And Mariah Carey's rapping on that thing?
Did you listen to Ruin Me?
No. Unless it's like played on my like Spotify DJ or something like that. Because I'll let Spotify just spin stuff. This is how she ended the album. Hit. I'm sold. Download.
Fire, bro.
Mm.
Yeah, she got on this. She got on this. Yeah, she got on that motherfucker and ran. Did what she had to.
Sliding. Okay. I need you to look up an Adele song real quick.
Let me hear it.
It's called Cry Your Heart Out. She's okay. From you playing that one, I kind of knew which one to play you from Adele's last album. What's your slide?
When I walk in a room, I'm invisible.
This made me want to go on a long walk.
You're probably good on that. You get the gist, but she slides on that shit.
Yeah, that's solid. I don't know if I love the hook, but the when that beat dropped in and she started getting on her little shit.
I didn't know how I felt about the hook, but at the end, they like bring the instruments in and like it starts going crazy.
I can definitely see myself walking around crying.
Dude, no, I'd be doing it. I'd be doing it.
So I can
there's a couple other slaps on that. I mean, not slaps, but there's a couple other really good songs on that album that you'll have to get into.
Yeah, for sure. We gotta have an R&B day. Favorite R&B cuts.
So I'm looking. So kind of since we kind of sped through high school a little bit, but we got a good gist through there. But we're kind of on now. I'm looking at do you keep track of like your favorite songs?
I have Apple Music automatically has a playlist that updates of my quote unquote favorite songs. It's just because I have kids and I use the same Apple Music. Sometimes it'll be Lilo and Stitch and shit on there.
No, that's fine. If we're listening to Ohana, we're listening to Ohana.
Dog, I be spinning all types of Disney shit all
So I literally have a playlist every year since 2019, and I just add my favorite songs of the year to the playlist. So 2019, I started doing this. So 2019, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I've got a playlist for every year.
Okay.
So like this year, obviously I've got a lot of the battle in there.
Knows so like
by Doechii.
It's like the replay that Apple Music does, except for you just do it yourself.
Well, Spotify will do it at the end of the year.
Oh,
but I add stuff like throughout the year. Like if I like when you just played me that Mooney Long song, I added it to last year's playlist.
Okay.
Like I immediately went add to
got you.
It's called 2024 top songs.
Okay, that's dope.
So like right now I've got Jello, got J. Cole Clouds, crazy
fire song.
Did you listen to Work by Jid?
Nah.
That's a good song. All of Joey Badass's songs, except for fucking Crash Dummy, because you don't want to put it on DSPs.
So are you talking top songs for you right now? What you're listening to right now?
This is this year, 2025. But I mean, right now it could mean the past couple of years. So
okay.
Obviously, did you hear Larry June and 2 Chainz?
I've heard a couple of those cuts, yeah. And what I did hear was very good. But I like Larry June a lot.
Super easy to listen to.
Yeah. I think we went to a Larry June, not me and you, but I think pretty sure we went to a Larry June concert when we were in high school. It was like at a tiny ass venue over here. Yeah, he did. Actually, yeah, because we right before then, randomly, my buddy gave me a box of freaking San Francisco Giants baseball team jerseys, like practice squad jerseys. And I just like was drunk, giving them out to my friends and stuff. Bro, we went that Halloween. We dressed up as San Francisco Giants baseball players. I think they went to a concert. I think it was like that night. He was like, "I'm going to a concert, bro. Let me snag one of these." Because I think Larry June's from the Bay. So
that's fucking cool, dude.
He ended up signing it that night.
See, I wasn't hip on Larry June until recently.
Bro,
when was that?
This was like junior or senior year, and this was when Russ we were listening to Russ on SoundCloud. We were listening to Willy Wonka.
Fresh like a breeze in the sauna. I can get whatever if I want to.
Yeah, we were listening to Willy Wonka.
Russ is easily one of the best artists out right now.
He's getting more and more like appeasable to the ears while staying consistent with his bars.
He's had I'm not saying he sounds the same as he did in 2016, but he's definitely got a style. So
did you see the freestyle he did on LA?
No, I saved it because I didn't know if you wanted to react to it or if I was going to react to it on my other channel. Like I might tomorrow react to it.
You can do it on your other channel. That's cool.
Yeah. I wasn't asking you.
Yeah.
I'm playing.
I was going to say I don't feel away.
No, but did you listen to it?
I heard a little clip of it on TikTok, but it wasn't the whole thing.
Okay. Fire.
Yeah.
Russ be spitting.
Yeah, he had some crazy. He had some bars in there for sure.
Russ is just when it comes to versatility, Russ is up there, bro.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the fact that he just locks himself in the studio and like he's producing all his own shit, writing all his own shit, doing the hooks.
You know
Like it's insane, bro.
You know who I think has the most ridiculous amount of versatility?
Who's that?
You're gonna hate. You're gonna hate that I
Go ahead.
bringing him up.
Travis Scott.
Tory Lanez.
No, Tory Lanez has a ton of versatility.
Unbelievable.
Tory Lanez has great versatility. I just don't like any of his songs.
That fucking 80s album he put out like 3 years ago was like
shout out to Tory Lanez and Joyner Lucas for one of the best rap battles I've ever seen, and nobody ever talks about it. That was the first time that I ever felt like there was like the clock was ticking and it was like, oh my God, he dropped again. Oh my God, he dropped again. That was the first time I ever felt that.
I wasn't tapped into the beef through and through, but I remember like hearing about it and seeing it on Twitter and like
it was real time.
Yeah, I wasn't real time because I was
like, oh shit,
Lucas.
I was shit, Joyner dropped. Oh, you weren't listening to Joyner?
I wasn't. I've never really been a Joyner.
I was big on Joyner. I'm still big on Joyner. I like Joyner. His singles and freestyles are a lot better than his albums.
Yeah, yeah. Do you remember Arian Lee?
No.
You don't remember Arian Lee? He was supposed to be like signed either under Lil Wayne or Drake, like back when we were like this was.
Who is this 12-year-old? This 8-year-old. What is this?
Would you look? You looked up Arian Lee? How'd you spell it?
Yeah.
It's like ERREON.
Okay, I spelled it
wrong. But I remember we were. I made you YouTube him when you lived with mom and dad over your mom and dad over in that same house. Like you guys were still living in that same house in Flag. Anyway, what are we listening to now? That's what we're on.
I mean, I just kind of ran through a bunch of them. I got all the stuff from the battle this year: Larry June, La Russell, Mereba, Mereba, fire R&B album came out this year. Mooney Long dropped a single this year. Slow Grind, I like that one. Reasons album, crazy.
Okay.
Russ dropped 3 singles this year that are all good. Dope Boy by Rashad is getting so much play from me.
Dope Boy?
I want to be your dope boy.
Oh, yeah.
I want to be your dope boy. I don't know, dude. I play that shit like once a day.
Okay.
The Weeknd's album was really good. It was like 40 songs and I downloaded 3 of them. So, I mean, I'm not going to say it was an amazing album, but I like the songs that I like. I really like them.
Okay.
But yeah, that's just this year. West Side Gun and Doechii, fire. Nas is dropping an album this year. I'm super excited about Nas and Premier. The whole Mass Appeal is dropping albums. So I guess if I want to torture you with bars and New York beats, that'll be the time.
Okay, that works.
Have you listened to any of Nas's projects that he's put out in the past couple of years?
No.
That's insane.
No.
That's what made him the past like 5 or 6 albums that, mind you, have all come out in the past like 3 years. He's dropped like 6 albums in 3 years.
Yeah.
And they're all fire. And a couple of them are produced by Hit Boy. And it finally took him to number 1 in my all-time rapper list.
Really?
Over Jay-Z, yeah.
Damn.
I was telling everyone after the beef, I reorganized my top 5 and everyone thought I put Kendrick 1, but I got Nas number 1.
Yeah, no, I haven't listened to. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't listen to any of his old shit either. Besides like Ether and
Nas is the greatest rapper of all time.
Yeah, I mean, he has that like rapidy rap sound that I was just never really looking for.
But when you listen, I guarantee you'll feel something.
I like to when it's time to listen to bars. I'm down to listen to bars, but like I'm not always down to listen to bars. Sometimes I want some shit. I just want to ride. I just want to listen. So.
What do you listen to?
What I've got spinning right now is that Sexy Songs for You spins every day. That's guaranteed.
Crazy.
But that La Russell gets spun a lot. Clouds is one that gets spun a lot. That's the J. Cole single. And then there was an artist that I think has respectable enough bars for you to be able to listen to because the shit he says is crazy. But his sound is that sound that you do not like, you hate.
Okay.
And his name you're gonna hate even more.
Oh God, who is it?
No Cap.
I mean, I don't hate that name. I don't think it's a good name. I don't think it's a very marketable name, but I mean, I thought you were gonna say like fucking Lil grease bottom or something like that.
Little grease bottom.
I don't know. I don't know. That's what people be
No,
doing.
man, this dude, no cap. I think he's from Alabama, but he's got like a kind of like Atlanta type of sound. Gets on these trap beats and says he has the craziest flips in his bars. All his bars are like metaphors.
I'm willing to listen to it.
So we'll have to.
I mean, you see, like I listen to Lil Russell, I listen to Big X the Plug. Like I said, and not everything is lyrical miracle boom baps with me. Like I gotta have fun. I gotta work out. Like I gotta.
But it's melodic. Like he gets in that melodic bag where he's like kind of singing a little bit, but he's singing
and that's
bars,
fine. And that's fine. I like Russ. Russ sings bars sometimes.
Not an auto tune where you can't understand.
Okay.
What he's saying.
All right.
It's that sound I know you.
Are you letting me know that it sounds like trash, but maybe there's
it sounds like heaven to my ears, bro.
I'll listen to it. I'll listen to it.
And it sucks because like you know how and Big X the Plug did this too, but you know how artists will like drop songs like early in and then drop an album but have the same songs that they've already been out, or like they'll have like an album out but then they'll drop the same album and like add 2 songs and call it like
deluxe.
The deluxe, but it's literally like marketed as a whole new
it's
album.
getting streams up. I get it, but yeah, I don't want my top artist to be doing that.
Like Big X the Plug and No Cap both did that with their last album, so they technically both dropped last year, but the songs have been out for like 3 years.
They're been out.
Yeah. You guys going tonight? Are you going tonight, Papa?
He's gonna go tonight.
Okay.
He's just gonna stay down here and watch the movie.
Okay.
Bye, Bubba.
I love you. You're my boy.
Hi, Sam.
Say bye to Uncle Marcus.
Good night.
He said
Say
good
Love
night.
you.
I love you.
He says
Mwah.
he loves you.
Mwah.
Okay, let's go upstairs. I'm gonna leave this just so.
Okay, baby.
Real quick before we get out of here, the best song to drop this year was "Man on the Lakers."
Man on the Lakers is who is that?
That's one of the LeBron songs.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about the man on the Lakers.
I don't even know, bro, because there were so many of those that came out. They're all fantastic. I'm not
gonna lie.
I don't think I heard a bad one. I don't think I heard a bad one.
I was surprised at how much I liked some of those.
They were really good, and it was scary. There wasn't even AI. It was actually people doing.
No, it was people.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is, you had a studio or at least studio equipment, and you went in there and you did "Man on the Lakers." That's crazy.
And I don't even know. Yeah, I guess. But from all this, because some of them had like the screen recording of like the audio files and stuff, and it was recorded on a phone. It was screen recorded on a phone. So, I mean, yeah, they definitely could have been editing on a computer and just opened up the same app on their phone. But like, I was taking it as they did that shit on their phone. But maybe I'm an old head.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I feel like it sounds too good, but I mean, you never know with phones now. You got all sorts of apps. So,
yeah,
who knows? Let's see. Doechie's last album. I'm gonna go to last year now. Doechie's still getting a bunch of spins. Do you know October London?
October London sounds super familiar, but
October London, super old school, like Marvin Gaye R&B vibes.
Okay,
like old school stuff.
Album?
Like
We got an album.
yes, October Nights. Honestly, you would probably like that album top to bottom.
Right.
Like I'm just looking at my top songs from last year, and like half of that album is on here. More than half of it.
See, what I do is I'll like to listen to music as I'll just download the whole album. Like I'll add it to my library and then spin it, and then I'll just delete it.
Delete stuff.
I'll delete.
Oh, so you start with like you start assuming like, okay, this is gonna be good. Like I start with, I'll just start playing it and I add songs as I go.
But my fucking my library's filled up with
crazy
stuff,
which probably throws off your algorithm too.
Yeah, but it's like I'm still fucking like 10 years deep into this algorithm, so it's like, damn, I don't even want to.
Yeah,
I don't even want to shuffle through it. It's like my contact list. Like I need to go through my contact list on my phone and get rid of my 8th grade contact list, but I
do that every once in a while.
I don't know. I just
Doechii, Tyler, Kendrick, Absol, Freddie, all from last year dropped fire.
Yeah, Tyler did drop that album last year.
Tyler dropped some good stuff last year. Mustard's album was good. Not a lot of people listened to that, but I thought it was a good album.
I didn't even listen to it.
I took away like 3 songs from it, and one, Pressured Up with Vince Staples, step.
Bro, Vince Staples is someone I really like, and he put out an album that was really, I think it was
Vince Staples got like 3 in a row that are like
that
slaps.
Free the Homies is my.
Free the Homies. Yeah,
that's my shit.
Dude,
that's my shit.
That song was spun back to back to back to back when it came out.
He's got a bunch of good cuts on that album for sure.
Is that Ramona Park?
Yeah, Ramona Park, Sparks.
Dude, Vince, that was one where when he dropped that Fish album, I was like, okay, like this dude's cool, but like everything since then, I'm like, oh man, everything is fire.
Yeah, I really liked that Vince Staples album.
Yeah, and then he did Dark Times last year.
I didn't hear that one.
That one's got some cuts on it too.
Okay.
One called Little Homies that's super fire.
I think I've heard that one. I think I've heard that one. Is that one like a story where he's talking about the little homie?
Not really. It's kind of a slap.
Maybe I'm thinking of something else then.
It feels like I'll free the homies, kind of.
Okay, gotcha. I'm yapping. He's a yap star. Bro, yeah, I haven't been as deep into music as I have been in the past, just with how freaking busy I've been. And I feel like it's harder for me to multitask now as I get older.
All right, yeah. So we about some music we liked growing up and some music that we're listening to now. We kind of just wanted to give a little glimpse into what our interests are. I like that we kind of got a little off of strictly hip hop and we kind of talked a little bit about rock. We talked a little bit about R&B and some pop, and it kind of opens up the gates for us to kind of just do whatever we want. Obviously we were going to do that anyway, but it's going to be a little bit different. Not a lot of R&B talk that much on the internet, not a lot of R&B reactions. I think that would be some fun stuff to do.
Yeah. It can get a little weird, I feel like, listening to R&B like music like with a bunch of dudes, but at the same time, like you can appreciate great music and what good music sounds like. So it's like,
yeah, of course. And honestly, I feel like the hardest part is going to be there's not as much like, oh, pause, like what was that? Like let's break that down. It's more like how like when you were listening to the Adele and when I was listening to the Mooney Long, it's kind of just like just feeling it. It's like, oh yeah, that's good. Like that's fire. Like not a ton to break down, but you know, we're still gonna feel each other out, see what we like, and I might try to find out like some more Adele songs or something along those lines that you might like. And I'm always open to hearing more stuff that you might think I like or stuff that you think I won't like. So I'm looking forward to.
We'll be flipping it. We'll be flipping it back and forth for sure.
For sure. I mean, we're gonna get into a lot, and I'm keeping my mind open, man. I'm gonna try to open my mind to some things that maybe I wouldn't listen to or I wouldn't click on or things that I would skip past. And I think it would make for some good discussions, and overall it'll just be good for music in general.
For sure. Hell yeah. Excited to get to it. All right. That's it for tonight.
All right, cool.
Wrap it up.
That's right. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Yes, sir.
Peace.